Good evening, Giants fans. Hey, I know y'all had a rough Sunday. I know we had a rough Sunday. It is what it is. Told y'all, Giants fans, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a roller coaster season. See, part of the reason why we had a rough Sunday is because we didn't go to church. We wanted to watch football instead, and I bet y'all regretting it right now, based on how the team looked. It looked like garbage. Looked like trash. Looked like we didn't deserve to be a professional football team. It was ugly. It is what it is. You know, we didn't. We were expecting. We had high expectations. We were drinking all the Kool Aid from the off season, and the off season was deceiving us. The off season was like the forbidden fruit, and we bit into it and thought it was gonna be all everything's gonna be cherries and roses and palm trees and bright lights and winning football games, but that ain't what it was. At the end of the day, guess what? We still got a quarterback, Daniel Jones. He's going to continue to do the same things he's been doing for the past 6 years, throwing interceptions, making poor decisions, not getting rid of the ball, doing design QB runs. Part of that's the play calling, but still, we still doing the same things we've been doing, the same things we've been complaining about. Ain't nothing's changed, and we sitting here mad and frustrated for what? For what? We should have known better. We know what to expect. We saw what we was dealing with. We saw what was going on in the preseason. We saw how teams was marching down the field on us when the Jets was practicing against us in the practice against the in the with the practice squad in training camp. We knew it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty then. It wasn't pretty in the preseason game. We threw a pick six for no reason against the Texans. I mean, it ain't what I don't know what we mad about at this point. Really, it is what it is. You know, we got holes we need to fill, and the two glaring holes got exposed. It was quarterback and cornerback. It is what it is. Our quarterback is not that guy. We've been saying that. Everybody's been saying that. Everybody's been hoping that he magically becomes that guy, but it's just not it. It's been 6 years. It doesn't take this long for a quarterback to kind of show himself. We got we got spoiled 1 year. We thought we had something. In 2022, we made the playoffs. Everything was going right. Everything was going our way. But it was fool's gold. At the end of the day, it was just a mask over the reality that we have some holes we needed to fill, and we didn't do anything to fill them. If anything, we compounded some of them. Our secondary is trash. It really is. We can't. We're sitting here letting Sam Darnold go 19 for 24. Having one of the best games he's had in years. We're sitting here wondering what the heck is going on. Our defense got exposed after we got that fumble in the beginning in the first quarter. And then everything just kind of went downhill from there. They settled down. The offensive line for the Minnesota Vikings settled down. They realized, oh, these guys are only bringing four rushers. It's a four-man rush. All we gotta do is just stay disciplined and freaking make our reads and block who we're supposed to block. Then we're gonna have plenty of time to throw against this secondary. So it ain't no big deal. We need to come to Jesus and just realize, look at what we're like. We're not there yet. We need to sit back and not engage in any of this BS and to trash talking like we're there, and we're not. We're not that team right now. We gotta prove that we're that team. That's the problem. We're in there believing, we're trying to believe that we're that team, but we haven't shown that we're that team. So just humble thyself and allow yourself to kind of enjoy this team, and watch the football game and observe, and not get too caught up in the fluff of us being a solid football team. We just gotta hope that we play hard and we do the right things, and we develop and we become that team at some point this year. It ain't. We just gotta just relax. We wanted to come in this game thinking that we was gonna beat Minnesota, but at the end of the day, that's not the case. They're a professional football team too. There ain't no gimme wins in the NFL. This team came ready to play. They knew what they needed to do against us. Their defense knew what they needed to do against us. The defense knew they needed to just go wherever Daniel Jones' eyes go whenever he throws the ball. Their defense knew what to do, knew what time it was. Our offensive line didn't do too bad, but it was enough pressure to whoever was causing enough havoc for Daniel Jones to make some throws he shouldn't make. Throwing pick sixes every game, throwing in the middle of the field to one receiver when there's four defenders in one spot. To throw another interception. All they do is disguise coverage. They just disguise what they're doing. They know where he's going with the ball. As soon as he looks in the direction of where he's going, everybody's going in that. Everybody starts moving in that direction because they know that's where the ball's going to go, or he's going to try to take off. Either way, it's just so super predictable, and there's nothing that coach can do about that. If you're broken to the point where you can't make any plays and you're just rushing your throws or you're just holding on to the ball too long because you don't want to let it go and throw another interception, then we can't win that way. I would rather you be aggressive and throw picks downfield, trying to get it to our playmakers, than the picks that you've been throwing. You pick the picks you throw are boneheaded picks. Quarterback, I'm sorry. I want you to be great. I want you to be a solid quarterback for us at the very least, but I'm not seeing that from you right now. We're trying to support you as a fan base, but we can't. You're not producing any wins consistently. You're not producing any progress or any kind of consistency at all. That's all we're asking for is you to be consistent and at least give us a chance to compete. If anything, you're throwing your only touchdown was to the defense, was to the other team. It's just like, what can we do? We gotta do better than this. We gotta do better than this, Joe Shane. We gotta do better than this, Brian Dable. We gotta call better plays. You gotta be more aggressive. You can't be conservative in the second half when we're down 14-3. That makes no sense. Shane Bowen, we can't be soft on defense. We can't allow them to come out in the second half and then just shove a drive down our throat. You can't let them march 99 yards down the field and score on us like that. It's just like, what are we doing? We got to do better than that. We got to, like I said, we got to humble ourselves as a fan base. We got to humble ourselves and let the pretty much the team figure it out. So we're sitting out here trying to cheer for this team. We're out here trying to root for them. We're here trying to support them and defend them against all the criticism and stuff like that. But what has our team shown us to where they deserve that type of support? We can't. I mean, at some point, it gets we look foolish at this point trying to support the team. It is what it is. So humble yourself. Come to Jesus. Relax, humble thyself, and allow this team to figure it out. Because really, at this point, they're just not doing enough for us to be rah rah and supporting them and pretty much losing our minds and making ourselves look like idiots on YouTube trying to support this team. We can analyze it as much as we want. We can try to dissect it and break it down and draw up plays and try to figure out why we're doing this and why we're doing that. Ultimately, the guys in the locker room and the guys that are on the field, the guys that are out in practice, the guys that are in the front office, the guys that are writing the checks, those are the people that need to figure it out at the end of the day. So that's where we're at right now. We need to sit back as a fan base and let them figure it out, because right now this is unacceptable. I'm at the point right now, basically, where I'm coming to Jesus, and I'm about to be spending more time at church than I am watching these New York Giants play football. So, at some point, something's got to give. We gotta figure it out. But either way, I was trying to tell y'all before the season started that this is gonna be a roller coaster season, and everybody was ignoring me, acting like I didn't know what I was talking about. Because I wasn't hyping it up. I was trying to be real as possible. I was trying to be diplomatic about it because I understand that this can go. I understood this could go either way, especially week one. Going up against a hungry Vikings team that we beat in the playoffs, and they got that in the back of their head, so they came ready to play. So this is what we got, and this is what we need to work on. Moving forward, we know what we need to do moving forward as far as hopefully being a little bit more aggressive on defense and being consistent on offense and allowing our playmakers to get the ball and make things happen instead of us doing design quarterback runs. I don't know if we need to make a quarterback change this early in the season, but I mean, we're still seeing the same stuff. So who knows, man? It's up to the head coaches to figure all this stuff out. Like I said, we need to figure it out, and the defense needs to just be more aggressive. They need to maybe send an extra guy every now and then, just to kind of mix it up. We can't just be sitting in the same coverage and sending just 4 people and hoping that they get home. Especially when you got somebody like Kayvon Thibodeau who doesn't even have a stat on a box score. When you're looking at it, come on now. You can't be a defensive end and not have a tackle. Like what happened to the run defense? What happened to because all they did was pretty much is because they started trying to go inside in the beginning, and they realized they couldn't get through decks. So they said, all right, guess what? We're going to go on the outside and mess with the secondary and these DNs that aren't playing no run defense right now. So they were letting Aaron Jones get outside. He was making some plays, and then the receivers were just chopping up the secondary. So it was easy pickings all day. Once they settled down in the second half, it was lights out. So we couldn't do nothing about it. And so it's just like, come on, it's simple football. It's simple, predictable football that we're playing, and we gotta do better than that. Coach staff gotta do better than that. So hopefully we figure it out and we have a better season from here on out. Because we got Washington next. Because if we can't beat Washington, then look at who we're playing next. We're gonna have to play the Browns, the Seahawks. Then we gotta play the Cowboys. Actually, we gotta play the Cowboys, the Browns, and then the Seahawks. And those 3 teams. Maybe I got the orders wrong, but those 3 teams are coming up, and those are better teams than these first 2 teams. And we can't even get a win. Dude, we're gonna be 0-5. Coming up in a minute here before my birthday in October. So, and that's gonna really be a problem. We only gotta win. That's the part. That's the things I can't handle is us not being able to play competitive football. Wins and losses are what they are. They're dime a dozen. They happen. They go. We win some games. We lose some games. But if we're not a competitive football team, and that's where my frustration starts to boil. So at some point this season we're gonna have to step in the right direction. Whether that involves a quarterback change, a coaching change, I don't know. But especially if we end up 4-5, under 0-5, or 1-5, 1-6, or whatever like that, we need to make some changes. And we as a fan base can't make those changes. The front office is gonna have to make those changes. The only thing we can do is moan and complain. But how much is that gonna change anything? Because it hasn't changed anything up until this point. It's just been band-aids put on to certain things that we thought were a problem. We knew the secondary was a problem, so we tried to get Adoree Jackson back, but he didn't play enough to even make an impact. So it's still a problem, and now we can see it's clearly a problem because Sam Darnold just chopped us up. So we gotta figure it out. Anyway, that's all I got. Like, subscribe, alert, so you can see my videos. I'm gonna be doing this all season. I don't care. I'm gonna support the Giants, but at the same time, I'm gonna be realistic and say, we gotta do better. I'm not gonna sit here and be mad about it, because we already know what's going on. So it is what it is. All right, you guys have a great night. Peace out.